Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with Jeff Jacobson, Tina Zhang, and Louria Lindauer, who are leading a coactive leadership program in California in August of this year. And these three amazing leaders, this leader team, yes, everybody do a little dance. This is like one of the most exciting leader teams I think we've ever had. You all are really different in your identities, in where you live, and wondered if you could give us like your stats about who are you, where do you live, how do you identify? Tell us about what makes up this team.
Hello, everybody. I'm Tina, and I am Chinese. Um, and I live in Shanghai, China. I fly every time thousands of miles to lead the program because I love it. I love it since I was a participant in 2015, where Jeff Jacobson was one of my leaders. And I have many strengths. And one of the strengths I take with me, uniting people, I think is acceptance. I'm very strong in accepting people who they are. As one of my magic power, I may share more later.
Awesome.
That is
Thank you,
so
Tina.
true about you. That is so true.
The mystery. I love it. Louria is my name. That's how I go by. And who am I? It's just an interesting question. I never know how to answer that. I'm Louria. Like I am amazing. That's how I think of myself. I
You
live
are.
in I live in Michigan, Metro Detroit. Now I'm in Ann Arbor. I was in San Diego, loved it, but I also love my family more than the beach, which is a big thing because the beach is my place. Um, I am a techie. I always say I'm a techie who can talk. And Coactive helped me bring the very doing with the being. I always was very like, I can get it done. I can do these things. And vulnerability was a yuck word. It was like, huh, what? Touch me, connection. And Coactive helped me soften
Mm.
and learn the power behind a hug and opening up and how I can use that strength and how to use my voice, which people always told me to be quiet as a Black woman. And I was like, no, but I learned how to use it in a way that goes through people and things. And my passion is to give other people their voice, to really light it up, to snatch it up and help them do it in their way, though, not in my way, but in their way. And I'm a mom. I love my family. I love my kids. I talk about them a lot. And I'm here for you. I'm here to make that light go off in whatever way you need. And that's why I do Coactive, because of all the leadership programs. This one had me go deep in a way that I didn't know
Mm.
was possible. And I'm being really sincere. I thought I knew, yeah, I got this. No. And it still lingers today where things I'm like, yes. And like Tina said, Jeff gave me, and I'll tell you guys when you join, he gave me something. It's a gift. And I'm gonna keep it a secret, but it changed me of how I use my power in rooms and with people. And it was the most beautiful gift that I've gotten. It's in my top 5. And I know you want to know what it is, but it's how I use the room. And I'll tell you on retreat 1.
I'm Jeff Jacobson. I live in Portland, Oregon, up in northwest corner of the United States, and I moved to LA 8 years ago because my man who lives in LA wasn't going to move to where I was living, which is China at the time. That's where I met Tina. So, but we just moved to Portland, and we're getting used to the Northwest. I'm from here originally, and it's nice to be back in the midst of all this blooming spring. So, yeah, we love it here. We also, I love talking about collective leadership. And one of the things that's so fun, so Tina and Luria and I are so excited to get to lead this program. We are so different and weird and odd in the best way. And when I just think about the conversations we like to have individually, in pairs, in groups of three, and then the conversations that all of you out there want to have about leadership, we want to have those with you. And as you can see by looking at us and listening to our stories, we are not talking about stodgy, old school, traditional, boring, rigid, uptight, everything but squeeze leadership. That's not interesting. And it's also, I don't think, a model that really fits what we need anymore. I mean, that's like stating the obvious. So I just like what the three of us bring, and I'm bragging on us.
I love that, Jeff. You also just said like it's not what we need anymore, which was a question I had for you. Like, where the leadership program was paused in the pandemic, and in that time we went through a really intensive process at Coactive around the program to review all the material and all of our programs through the lens of equity, inclusion, diversity, and wholeness, which is a word that we use at Coactive, wholeness, at the end of our EIDW acronym. And, the world's pretty different. Like the way we need to show up as leaders in the world in this context, in a world that is full of war and polarization and systems falling and environmental degradation, it's very different than it looked 4 or 5 years ago. And so I'm curious, like this team, the three of you leading a program at this moment in this context, like what's important about that, and why would people come and choose your program?
What I know is that I feel like as a co-leader, I already feel very excited to be in this relationship with the co-leaders and with the participants. It excites me. And I think I really foresee like abundant opportunities or possibilities from this co-creation. Like I cannot put words into it, but my heart feels it.
One big thing is that you get very different people. And one of the big things that I love when I have two leaders, never had three, is I learn from each of them different styles. And one of them I will connect with so deeply in one way, exactly what I need. And one of them will push me in a way I'm like, what's going on? But there's something there for me that I need to learn. And it's how am I connecting? What are they teaching me? And as you can see, the warmth of Tina, like it radiates. When she said that, I was like, I just felt so loved in that moment. And then you get the expressions of Jeff and the wisdom that he gives in such a way that makes you smile and also say, wait a minute, there's something I need to work on. And, you just get different personalities and different things that you need that you don't even know that you need. And that's what's very unique about us, is that we also hunger for this in a way that is really special. And we are working together as a group to really like get to know, like we know each other and get to be there for you. And so my thing is you just get so many different people with different personalities that love this work. And I know the right people are going to come. So you that's watching this, yes, you're going to come and you're going to be one of the participants and get what you need. And so that's, I believe in that, the right people will come. But that's the big thing, different people, different personalities.
There's something I'm making up about what you just said, Louria. It's like different people, different personalities. There's also different lived experience. Like you three occupy different identities, but you also occupy really different sets of lived experiences. And to have three people with such different lived experiences in the room, all approaching the coactive leadership model and the coactive leadership work, that is so cool. That is so cool. I wish I could be a fly on the wall in your room. Just for that piece, for what you are able to hold, like what is in the realm of possibility, because it's the three of you. It's so exciting. You didn't answer, Jeff. I interrupted you
No,
there.
I think I can just bounce off of that. There's so many words that are thrown out that I think are kind of trendy around leadership: grow and expand and think outside the box. That's all great, but how do you do it? How do you do that logistically? How do you do it as a practice? And I think one of the things that it talked about are different lived experiences, our different identities, our different, Louria, you were talking about coming at it from all these different angles. And Tina, this heart that you talk about that you bring and that we all bring, it's one thing to say it, but to have folks that are engaged together and to hold that space to say, here's a coactive model that you come at from so many different angles.
Yes, it's really cool, and I think that's something that says something about diversity that I feel it's really important for us. I think I myself want to embrace the diversity, like in myself. I want to embrace more of the eccentricity and of Jeff Jacobson, like the fun and the childlike fun in Jeff Jacobson. And I love like the energy of Louria. I feel like I want more of that. I want more of that. So like diversity can be like a big word, or
Yeah.
sometimes it's a bit vague, but like at the same time, it is very vivid. It's very like it's something that I like, something we want to embrace for ourselves. I'm sure like our group will benefit a lot from the diversity in the group, and also from the bringing out all more diversity in ourselves.
I just gotta say something really quick, because you made me think of something. Is one thing about our group is that because we have these different lived experiences, is that we create this very safe space that we hold for you to be who you are, to be as messy and chaotic and come as real. And I know you guys will all come in there like perfectly, I'm this thing, and you'll start to relax a little bit and get a little bit of this and a little bit of that, or a little bit of this. But we're going to create that because it's also about creating inclusive and equitable spaces for you where you feel like I can be who I am. And that's something that Coactive gives. It gives a space for your group to be who you are. And you'll learn that. And that's what we're all about, is creating this space that will hold. And with 3 people, we're holding it any shape that you bring. I don't know what shape that's gonna be, but it's
We got you.
yeah, we got you to be you, and to come in and and be whatever that is for you, and go through all those whatever you're going through. um and that's what came up. Thank you, Tina. It came up for me as you were speaking.
Love it.
One of the
Okay.
things that I love about the two of you and is when you talk about your kids. I think parenting, I do not have kids. I think parenting is an overlooked, what would the term be? Vehicle for different ways to be leaders. And it's like so many people do it, and we just sort of pretend leadership's over here, and then I go home and lead my family. Like, give me a break. And I know a lot about leadership, and I think I'm pretty smart in these areas. And then I listen to you talk about, the two of you talk about challenges with your kids, ways that you're growing your kids, the excitement that you see them developing, and being their leader beside and leader behind. It's so cool. I don't know if I've ever told the two of you that.
Thank you.
Leadership through mothering and parenting.
That's what's so cool about our model, right? And our work, is that it applies to so many spaces. Like it's not just for organizational leadership. It's not just for leading a movement or a job. I mean, it really, really does apply to everywhere you move in your life. So I'm appreciating the calling forth of the mothers as leaders.
Can we just say how amazing you are with your glowing sunlit rainbow cloud
Thank you.
For brilliance. It's
I
amazing.
used to work in theater, so I'm really good at finding my light.
There you go.
Okay. I mean,
Even
I
the
gotta
sun,
up
even
I
the
gotta up
sunlight,
my game a
you
little bit.
you gotta
Oi.
up your game. I mean, if it's 4 o'clock, I wouldn't look this good. It's really about the time of day that it is. But
Okay.
anyway, I would love to do a fast round with you three. So how I imagine this working is I'm going to ask you some random questions, and then you're all going to give a bottom line answer. And we're going to go in the same order each time. So Tina, you're first. Jeff, you're second. Louria, you're third. So Tina, Jeff, Louria. Tina, Jeff, Louria. Favorite food?
Hot pot.
Sushi.
Crab legs.
Favorite color?
Red.
Red.
Blue.
What is one thing that people would never guess about you?
I am 55 years old and I like to do trick jump rope.
Yes.
Double Dutch, single rope, group, trick. Yeah. You all know that, but some other people may not know it. It's not a metaphor.
Tina.
It's real.
Oh, okay. This is something that only my family knows.
Okay.
Like I'm the artist with nail clipping.
Oh.
What?
What does that even mean?
I'm talking about a bean thing. Well, skill, I'm okay. But like the bean, when I nail clip for my family, like I do it only for my family members. It's
Look at
Christmas.
her. Look at her. She's in it. She's in it. She's in the energy.
I
The
know.
artist. There's
I
like
don't know
a
if I want to give you my hands or run away. I can't tell right
yeah,
now. I'm
yeah.
looking at
Then stay there. Stay there.
Okay.
I may not do it for you anyway. So like when I do it, I'm in a zen. I am in peace and harmony. Like it isn't that artist?
Yes.
Yes. Amazing.
It feels like an artist.
This is the weirdest thing I've heard today, and it's probably my favorite thing.
And Louria, what about you?
Goodness. I'm 5'2", which you'll be able to figure that out. Well, actually 5'1.5", which I love my half. But I'm very athletic, and I won like jump contests, high jumps. And a lot of people don't know like I'm an athlete. Like I'm very athletic and won lots of volleyball, basketball competitions, but I run a lot of like standing jumps, shot put, because I was very tiny. Well, I'm bigger now, but I was like 110 pounds. I won shot put throughout my whole high school. I'm kind of like got a lot of upper body strength, but yeah,
I
that's
didn't
what people
know
don't know.
that.
Yeah.
Sweet. I love that. It makes me want to share my one fact, which you would
What's your
never.
one fact that people don't know about you?
My one fact is that once upon a time, I drove a school bus route through Beverly Hills when I was a program director for a summer camp. And I was like the Canadian kid in my little golf shirt driving through 90210, singing the theme song of Beverly Hills 90210, picking
In a
up
bus?
in a bus, in a yellow school bus. I had a California bus driver's license. I did. And I drove around and I drove a bus. So it's one of my weird random facts from the past. So that's it.
The four of us really could, if there was a zombie apocalypse, we could do something with these
You could.
skills. I don't know what, but
I don't know what either. But I'm
we'd
so
be able
happy.
to jump somewhere with good nails, use ropes, and get somewhere on a bus.
Exactly.
Magic
Right, and
school
so-
bus.
And so if you're looking to hone your leadership for the zombie apocalypse and for this new wild world we live in, this is your team. This is your lead. This would be a good leader team to be with for 10 months of your program. So
Buckle up.
buckle up.
Buckle up.
Guess
Buckle
what?
up.
I'm very proud to say I believe this is true. I am the first African American woman to lead.
It is
Proactive.
true.
Woo!
I think this is my 8th first of being the first Black woman to do many things. And so my thing is I like tearing down these walls of things that are there. And like, I don't know if you ever see like the wolf that is, going through the snow and making pathways. So I'm very proud of that fact. And it's something that I cherish. So.
Well,
So
Louria, may you be the first and not the only, and may this team lead the way for Coactive and the diversity at the front of our rooms and also in the rooms. So excited!
Buckle up! Buckle up!
Buckle up! Buckle up! This seems to be the catchphrase of your leader team. Buckle up. We'll see you all very soon.